Hey everyone, and welcome back to Authentic Worth Publishing, bringing worth back into you through storytelling and book writing. What an honor it is to be here with you once again. I want to welcome my new subscribers. You are so welcome. Many thanks for your consistent support on this channel. I'm really believing and hoping that you are getting a lot of value from our videos. And for our returning subscribers, hello, you are so welcome. In today's video, I want to talk about my experiences at the London Book Fair as a speaker. So as promised, I said that this will be the next topic that I'll be discussing. And I don't even know where to start, but I do want to thank those that really encouraged me and my authors that came to attend. Also, one of my mentors that recommended me to be a speaker at the 3-day event at the London Book Fair. So every year, the London Book Fair has an annual event for writers, creatives, authors, publishing professionals that come all around the world to learn about the creative market and how to really boost the publishing industry for the better. And I have to tell you, I enjoyed everything about it. My first time, and I must say this actually because I know I haven't mentioned this before, but I recently gave birth, so hence the reason why there was a bit of a gap in the latter part of last year. So thankfully, my husband and my baby, we all went together and we had a great time. I mean, wow. My first speaking engagement as a mother is something that I will forever cherish. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to insert a few video clips for you to watch as well.
Taking advantage of the fact that speaking engagements have been a big advantage for me. And I really love speaking to a lot of people, so this is really my strong strength. And as you mentioned before, we do need to know our strengths and weaknesses. But if you really want to understand the vision behind a book, you have to understand that it's about relationship building. And that's something that I do with speaking. So as a self-published author, I like to relate to people, but I also want to give people an opportunity to speak to me about their vision of their books. So again, I go back to my authors. They've written one book or two books, and they've been able to really put it in one and give back to their community. It's about that relationship building. So again, you may not have a publicist, but that relationship building is so key. Remember that you're always adding value. If there's no value between the author or the publisher, or the author and the publicist, where is it going? And again, it comes back to why you're writing your book. You need to be able to speak to them and say, okay, this is a story that I want to write about, because if they like it, they're more likely to help you promote it with love. Again, I wouldn't necessarily focus too much on the publicist side. It's all about how you see yourself, your community, your friends, your family. Don't ever underestimate the people that you have around you. Even here, we're all here. You might know someone right now and they can take you to the next level. I always say that to some of my authors. Whenever you go to an event, network effectively. Just you being here, you could be the next author. Whether you're a self-publisher, whether you're a traditional publisher, whether you want to work with a publicist. Just be yourself and meet the right people, and they can take you where you thought you would never go. And this is where I am today. So I hope that helps.
Always on, always network.
So these video clips doesn't even sum up the whole process of what I gained and as a speaker, what I contributed. So the theme that I was given is preparing for publication, and I was on a panel with 3 other women in different fields in publishing. Really was about learning about self-publishing versus traditional publishing, how to find an agent, whether you need a publicist or not, and how you can really find your voice as a writer. And my passion was to remind people that it's not necessarily about how you want your book to go, but it's the impact and the purpose behind the book that matters. I mentioned that even if it's one person that is inspired for your story, it is worth the whole writing of that book. And I want to encourage you, when you start thinking about writing your book, don't think about what is in it for you. Think about what is in it for your readers. Because most of the times we can be so fixated on what is in it for us. Once I write this book, I want to become a bestseller. Whether you go down the traditional publishing route, whether you go down the self-publishing route, your main aim and vision should be, how can my book help someone? And when you are someone that brings solutions and adds value, that's when you are more likely to be chosen. To be chosen to speak at the London Book Fair is a blessing that I will never take for granted. I'm so grateful to have the opportunity to pour out my expertise. And as a business owner coming up to 7 years, it's something that I'm still learning. There was so much knowledge shared that everything went so well. And I went for the whole 3 days. I didn't want to miss out on any day. As a first timer, who would? I met some amazing people with great stories, built great connections, networked, and I left feeling so empowered about what we can do as a business to help our authors, what we can do as a business to support them on their journey. And I want to encourage you, for those who have not yet attended the London Book Fair, I encourage you to attend 2026. It's going to be amazing, and I'm going to leave the dates below for you to keep in your diaries. Because in these times, especially as creatives, you only thrive when you're in the right environment. I knew that I was called to not only speak to those that attended, but to utilize all the wisdom and the knowledge that was given unto us to apply back into the business. Not only was I a speaker, but I also attended different talks. I was able to speak to companies like Penguin Random House and Gardners and many other reputable publishing firms to develop these relationships. Even people from all around the world came to learn about the publishing industry, to learn about how we can improve our writing, to learn about how we can make it fair. We now know that there's AI that can help people write books. We now know that there's podcasts and audiobooks that people can express their words through their voices. And sometimes we need to learn how to come out of our comfort zone. I must say though, it was quite overwhelming at the same time because there was just so many things all at once. And there were some talks clashing with other talks, and I was just thinking, how can someone stay in one talk to not miss another talk? And I think that's really important, that you have to be intentional about where you want to go. I decided to do my research on the London Book Fair website and see what talks they had at set times. And I made sure that I attended all of them. Some I couldn't attend, unfortunately, because they clashed with other timings. But the ones that I went to were really good. I'll talk about how to run a successful business with your books. That was a really open and honest, transparent discussion. And that was to do with two women that discovered that they could turn their books into a business. And I do believe as an author, you can turn your books into a business. You can start your own publishing company. You can run workshops. You can speak at corporations and other firms to provide value to their employees. You will be so surprised at what your book can do if you just put yourself out there. And these are things that don't have to be difficult. You can collaborate with other authors and find people in your niche that are doing exactly or similarly what you are doing. The London Book Fair is there to help you grow on your journey of writing, of publishing, but also networking. And this is why it's always important to give it your all, be your best. I was so excited. Throughout last week, it was just amazing. I can't emphasize it enough. How important it was for me to come and give my all. Not just for my baby, not just for my husband, but for those who have paid to come. Remember, people are paying you to hear you speak. That is important. And I left feeling empowered when people came to me and they said to me that I did well and all the encouraging words that were shared with them. And now they're looking to write their first books. Some have already written their books and now they're in the process of deciding whether they want to self-publish or traditionally publish. And with traditional publishing, on the other hand, we know that it's a selective game. And that's what we learned at the London Book Fair. Some organizations know what they want. And if they have something that's already on the market, they're more likely to not pick you. But it doesn't mean that your book can't be written. It doesn't mean that your book cannot be shared. Yes, they may have a strict policy, but it doesn't mean that you can't publish your book. There are independent publishers that are willing to serve you and support you. You just have to start. Don't give up on your writing. Don't give up on your journey. Be intentional about what story you have to write for your community and share. If I didn't start my first book in 2016, I know I wouldn't be here talking to you right now. My first book in 2016 up till now, my 8th book, The Cost of Intentional Marriage, has only been by the grace of God. I wouldn't have been able to do this journey on my own and without the people around me, without those that really believed in this vision and this purpose that I have to serve my community and to remind them that their story is valuable. Even if they don't think it is, even if they think it's not significant, your story is significant. That's why you're here. I've always wanted to go to the London Book Fair, even in 2021 when I saw that the opportunity was there, but I couldn't go because at the time it just wasn't yet right. And now, being invited to be a speaker, I've learned from those previous years how I can build my confidence, how I can build my writing business journey, how I can build my communication skills to be a strong advocate for the writers community. And this is what it's all about. It's about mastering your craft in those seasons where no one is looking. And this is why from now till next year, March at the London Book Fair, learn how to socialize, learn how to network, put your work out there. Don't be afraid. You don't know who's watching you. All you need is one person to give you a chance. And that's what happened to me. And it changed my life. But the key is the relationships that I built. It's not just what I gained, it's the people that I met that are now in contact with Authentic Worth and now will be working with us. Because that's what it's about. And we are on the brink of publishing our next author's book this spring. So watch out for that if you are following us on all our social platforms. It's encouraging that you remember how important it is to step out. If I didn't step out, this opportunity would not have been given onto me. If I didn't believe in what I'm doing, then who would choose me? And this is what I'm saying to you as aspiring and creative authors and existing authors. Do you believe in yourself? Because that confidence will show even as you communicate with people. You may not know everything about publishing, but if your passion and your experience and skills can really come together and serve your community, you are good. People right now, they just want honesty. It's not about knowing everything. It's about building that trust with your community. What can people gain when they see you? What do people get when they get to you? Are they encouraged to continue their journey? Or are they discouraged? One thing I know that I left at the London Book Fair was I'm going to encourage people to keep carrying on. And I cannot believe that the number of contacts that we've made has been second to none. Good contacts. And I do encourage this, ladies and gents, that as you attend these networking events, be very intentional on who you connect with. There were too many people to connect with, but I believe that I connected with the right people. And you will know when they're the right people because they will reach out to you. Just put your content out there in wisdom and let people find you. Yes, there may be times where you need to reach out, but know who you are. Know your value. Know your worth. Remember why you started writing in the first place. So I want to encourage you, even at this time, as you're listening to this video, find out the ways how you can build yourself before coming to this London Book Fair. What can you contribute, whether as a speaker, as a contributor, as a stallholder? For those of you who have businesses or those of you who may have books, you can actually apply for a stall. For this year, I just wanted to consume. I wanted to soak in all the knowledge. But next year, who knows? I may have a stall. I may have an opportunity to not only present my books, but present our authors' books as well. It's always about remembering when you help an author to publish their story, you are also giving them a platform to talk about their story as well. Two of our authors that came with us last week, they enjoyed it so much. And the people that we met, even an illustrator, someone that has just started from scratch, is now building up their clientele, building up their relationships, because that's what it's meant to be about. This life of running a business and networking is not meant to be done alone. If you were to do a business alone, how far can you go? But the speakers, the panelists, everything was all about how we communicate with one another, building trust, being honest about our journey, understanding that it's not a one-size-fits-all, that there are many ways to publish a book, and not being discouraged because your book isn't chosen. There are times where people might say to you, don't self-publish. But what if self-publishing is the way forward because you didn't get a traditional publishing agent? Does that mean that your book won't do well? No. It's how you market yourself and it's how you see yourself. As I mentioned before, what I gained from the London Book Fair is that most traditional publishing companies want specific books that are catered to what they want. And just because your book may not be catered to what they want does not mean that your book is not valid. You need to be confident in yourself that even though I have the opportunity or I don't have the opportunity, I am still going to move forward, because there are so many ways you can market yourself, not only through a traditional publishing agency. To be a speaker is a big one. To be called to run workshops and seminars for businesses is a big blessing. To be able to network with other people and be chosen for grant funding is a great opportunity. Don't think that because you just self-published a book, that's it. It's just on Amazon. No, you need to work it. There's book launches. There's online courses. There are collaborations with other authors around you. Take these opportunities by the hands. Don't let them pass you by. Don't think that you're not going to meet with people. Everyone was there to connect. Everyone was there to network. People coming from all around the world to come to the UK to learn about the London Book Fair is a big investment. I met people from Turkey, from Germany, from Italy, from the US, from Jamaica. People travel all around the world because they want to learn from people. And it's so important that we take advantage of these opportunities because they don't always come easy and they don't always come often. As a business owner, I'm so passionate even more about how we can serve our authors in this season. Every book that we publish is valuable. They can be challenged to start writing their own book and starting their own journey into creativity. You are a creative. We are creatives. That's why we are here to benefit one another. We're not here to sit on our gifts. We're not here to sit on the books that are in us. That's why a book is meant to be shared. A book is a gift that you give onto those around you. So for those who may not know what the London Book Fair is, I should have actually said this before, but I'm going to read it now. So the London Book Fair is where the global publishing community unites to develop relationships, gain insights, and define the future of creative content. From publishers, deal makers, copyright pros, commissioners, and global licensors, the entire publishing industry is represented at the London Book Fair. And when you go on their website, londonbookfair.co.uk, you will now see that they've put the dates up for the 2026 fair. And that's on the 10th to the 12th of March. And you can also register your interest by clicking on the button and filling out your details. So they do inquire your first name, last name, email, company name for those of you who run businesses, your mobile number, street address, and company website, and also the information that you require to do. Whether it's to have a stall or to be a speaker, fill out the details and they will get back to you. Honestly, I can say it was 10 out of 10. As a first-time contributor, speaker, and attendee, I can definitely say it was worth everything. And I'm really grateful again to the people that enabled me to come, to have this opportunity to speak about not only my publishing journey, but learning how to prepare aspiring authors for publication. Over to you. What intentional decisions are you going to make to be out there and stand out from the crowd? What book are you going to give out to the community that can help them on their journey? How confident are you going to be in networking and socializing with other people, therefore building the right organic relationships to get you further? Whether you are a first-time author or a seasoned business owner, you need the right people. You need those that can help you see what you cannot see. And I tell you, the London Book Fair is a great opportunity for you to learn. You never know where your next opportunity will come from. You might publish a book in the UK, but it could be listed in the US. You never know. Don't underestimate these opportunities of people wanting to know you and your book. And when you do come to the London Book Fair next year, make sure you bring your books. Whether they sell, whether they do not sell, for the fact that you have them tangibly in your hands is a sign that you are one step closer to receiving your breakthrough. For those of you who came to the London Book Fair, please let me know who you are by listing down your details in the comments section and what you gained from the fair. For those of you who were not able to attend the London Book Fair, please do ensure that you follow them on all their socials on TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, LinkedIn. I'm really hoping that I've been able to summarize the London Book Fair in a nutshell. But I don't want to spoil it for you, so I encourage you and implore you to come next year on the 10th to the 12th of March at the London Book Fair. You don't have to necessarily come for all the 3 days. If you can come to one, it's better than none. But of course, the 3 days would be great because you gain 3 times insights. But if you can only come to one because of work, it's fine. Most of our authors did that and they really benefited from it a lot. Once again, I want to take this opportunity to thank you for subscribing to this channel. And if you are finding it very useful and encouraging for your writing journey, please do ensure that you send our videos to those who are also in the process of writing books. Many thanks for your love and your support. Until next time, I will see you in the upcoming video. Take care, everyone, and have a great day and all the best with your writing journey. Bye-bye.